Hey guys, welcome back to some AFK Arena Companions. We've been making and crushing a lot of the content in here. We are already 15 chapters in, almost 16 chapters of progression so far. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the game. It seems like it's almost the nostalgic, almost like the original AFK Arena, using heroes like Laika, Iran, and Shamira really are breathing a lot of new life. Now, I want to go in here, want to do some summons, show you a couple game modes. Now, the Battle Pass also showed up today. Seems like this is going to be common rewards out of here. You can see we have past rewards and we have past quests. So it feels like going in here again, that this is going to be another part of kind of the battle quest. Now, if you remember, you can see hero chest. We have a total value in here, but we are getting some rewards out of this Dream Odyssey or this battle pass. Now, that is not the same as we've seen with the travel notes. This is independent. Again, this one showed up today. We also did get some rewards in here, guild boss, and we did level up the guild. So if you're looking for a guild within AFK Companions, we do have a guild that is up and running, and we just leveled up to level 3. So we got some loot out of here. Survey results, make sure you're doing the survey, guys. It is free rewards out of here. It is free diamonds. Also guild level up, like I said. We went to 3 more max guild, so we can get 3 more people in there, which is awesome. And then, of course, the arena, this is where you have to grind it. The arena in here is really, really big when it comes to rewards. You want to make sure that you're grinding it in here. Now, there is also a code that I used last night, AFK999. There is a code in here if you want to pick up, and I believe it's 30 summoning scrolls, if I remember correctly. Now, one thing that I want to note, we're going to go in here, like I said, we're going to do some summons, is looking at the wish list, and it seems like overall we're getting a lot of these random scrolls, getting a lot of our Stargazer cards, but also quite a few when it comes to summoning heroes in here. And I was focused on, and we've been building up the Wilders, trying to get the hero on the Awakened version of Solus. And it seems like, and I got a message from COVID, which is a player, I know a lot of questions, about getting the hero. Once he got to a certain point, it said 5 ascended heroes. It didn't necessarily say it had to be Wilder heroes, which means you might be able to build out some other heroes than some Wilders. Not like we initially thought that it would have to be Wilders, and you'd have to build out those Wilders in the entirety. That, unfortunately, doesn't seem to be the case. So getting to that 5 ascended heroes, and I believe it was in chapter 22. Don't quote me on it, but I thought it was chapter 22 when we started seeing the change, or when we started seeing the additional heroes in there. Now, this is the first copy that we got of Sonya. Now, of course, Lightmare-wise, she has the ability to keep Belinda alive. It seems like some of the very kind of basic core teams that we're seeing within this game are making a really strong kind of fundamental comeback. And also, again, I built out some of the Wilders. We're focused a little bit on the Greyborn, but we also know that Damon is coming. Now, we know, again, thinking of the classic AFK Arena, Damon was an absolute hero that was a game changer in a ton of different places. I'm going to have to see exactly where he does fall in here. Now, we have Maulers. Haven't really built any Maulers. I've been using all of my companion points for my summons in here. And we've also been looking for Nevi for the Green Lady. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pop up the rest of these summons. Now, I am not using diamonds in this mode because we don't want to tie it to one single hero, but I have been using the scrolls out of here. And you can see 45 of 60. And then I'm looking for Taylene. Now, if you guys remember, the original version of Taylene had an incredible amount of utility and a lot of utility for a significant amount of time. So again, I'm going to come in here, farming up our resources, opening up those chests, going to make a really big difference in there. There's another copy of Gorvo. Now, we got our first, this is going to be number 1, guys, our very, very first ascended hero, which is going to be Iran. Now, I've started building out a signature item, but as you can see, boom, there is the ascended hero. Now, this is the first one, and a lot of players were kind of questioning, how does it work? So we did farm up, if you remember yesterday, another copy. So we got lucky. So there is 1 star on that hero itself. So hopping over and looking at that hero at 1 star, this is the Divine. Divine effects are not yet available. Please wait for future updates. Now, there are a few heroes where the Divine does work. As it sits right now, as you can see, it does not work in Iran, but there is a couple of heroes where the Divine ability does work. So we're going to have to build these out a little bit further. As you can see, we've been focusing on building out Laika a little bit further. And then, of course, we do have some copies that we picked up of Taylene. Also looking at getting some more Maulers, but looking at the Wilders. And again, kind of thinking how crazy this is. As you can see, we have double copies of Tassie, double of Gorvo. We have triple already here, almost enough to get to Ascended Misha, or Mishka. And then, of course, right here, We just need food all day long for the Wilder faction, because thinking of getting another Legendary plus Wilder would take this up to Mythic, then another one, of course, Mythic plus. We have enough to build Leica all the way up to that 1 star as well, and then focusing on building this one up a little bit further. Need a little bit more food, and then we'll be able to take Mishka up a little bit higher. Then we'll push our levels, which will allow us to push a lot more progression in different parts of of this game. As it's pretty impressive how they built this. Even I know a lot of players were talking about the beast ground, exactly how we capture beasts in here. This is totally different. And again, a lot of players are really loving how we build the beasts in here. And of course, with the beasts, we're not to the point yet where we can ascend them up a little bit higher, where we can change all their stats, start combining the beasts. So there is a lot that is still coming down the pipeline when it comes to the content in this game. And honestly, what we can do. Now, in the guild bosses, we talked about this earlier, how effective and how great the guild bosses are. We're in phase 4, but you can see right here, that is right. We do have the new boss, the Dune Destroyer, that is up. Now, of course, if you're used to Classic or seen Classic, this is a boss that we've had before, but as you can see, rewards do go up as we're continuing and making more progression. Reward bonuses, every 10 one of these increases the amount of all rewards for tomorrow by 100%. That is 100% more rewards out of here for the guild. So again, it makes it really a big difference to make sure that you're going in here, that you're joining a guild, that you're going to be in an active guild is going to make a very, very big difference. Then, of course, you can see we have our guild in here. We have everything else. Also looking at the store, our guild level store just leveled up to level 3. So you can see we have some heroes in here. We do have a couple scrolls, some capture scrolls, and of course, a lot of gear. Once we get a little bit further, we'll have Legendary plus gear, so on and so forth. So again, when you think of the guilds within this game, they have made them and built them the way they should have always been in AFK Arena, and it does make a big, big difference. Now in here, these are discounted. You can see, remember, one summon is 300 diamonds. If you're getting them at 210 for a scroll, this is going to be 2,100 diamonds for a summon overall. So not only getting the 2,700 discounted, this is going to be a cheaper way to do 10 summons with the 30% off. Again, making it a little bit easier in this game to make progression a little bit easier to get the summons. And then you can also see in here that I have diamonds, primordial emblems, which are costing diamonds. I don't know about that if I'm going to get them right now, but there is also hourglass. So you can get some free essence out of here. If you remember the classic version essence, which we're buying with gold, noted that it is not diamonds, that it is gold in here, just like the other ones, but buying them out and getting them on every single reset, that you have the ability to actually pick them up. Now in here, I did buy out some of my emblems. That way we could start getting some of the heroes kind of built. Guild store we kind of looked at. And then again, the barracks, we are still looking for elite stones. As much as I'd love to come in here, grab out and pick up some of the common or some of the rare stones, the elite ones are really the ones that we want to work on. And again, when it comes to that PvP aspect, we want to get and really farm that out. Now, Spire content, this is done. We got a significant amount of loot out of here. So I'm pretty happy, pretty impressed again with the guild aspect that we're seeing in this game. Now, King's Tower, I farmed this out. You can see we're going 20 floors on a majority of these towers just based on levels. We've been able to make a lot of progression in there. Now, Peaks of Time, this is another place. We got to finish out Peculiar Flowers and then go through to the Painter's Spell. And of course, in here, Shadow Evasion, we grinded this out a little bit. But thinking of everything that we have in this game, I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty impressed. We did buy the monthly card, which again, just kind of a basic build right there. Even finally got another summon out of the advancement rewards. So there's a couple little packs I picked up. Don't know if we're going to stay with it. Don't know if we're going to stay with the investment in it. But again, to make a little bit of progression, if you're free to play, absolutely free to play it up, guys. It's been a really fun journey so far with all of these heroes, just kind of bringing back the big nostalgia piece that I feel, you know, we kind of lost with the 160 heroes that we have. And of course, if you didn't see the video earlier, we do have another hero that is coming up, which unfortunately is another support hero. So kind of crazy to think. You can see we finally got Rowan built up. We need one more, and then we have already almost triple copies there to take Rowan and build him up a little bit further. We do need a couple more copies of these heroes in here. Same with the Maulers. Now, we did get a Legendary Plus right there. That is because we don't have any heroes in here. I don't have double copies of any Maulers at this point. Graveborn, we built Chimera up. We do have an extra copy right there. I was trying to get some copies of Grez, still kind of waiting on that one. And I believe in here we can do the free pulls. I also went in here. I did what we could do so far in the campaign. These, of course, hero summoning are free pulls, and it shows us down here every 5 pulls this resets. So I picked up Leica, I picked up Chimera, as you can see right there. And then down here, we did pick up Iran. Rowan, again, we already have pretty well built. Picking up copies of Rosaline. Now, Rosaline, of course, going to be a very strong support when it comes to Chimera up here. But I was also picking up Grez because, again, if we don't have to focus and don't have to build out the Wilders in their entirety, it would make a big difference to have some of these heroes. And honestly, building these out are going to make a big difference when it comes to progression, when it comes to being able to get 50 free heroes out of here, which is kind of crazy. Even here, I mean, this is already 70 summons that we pulled out of here. It's cool to see. It is really cool to see. So we have to make sure that we're going in here. And you can see we have daily, we have weekly, and then we do have challenge. Making sure that you are farming this out in the entirety. It is the same with the travel notes in here. Making sure, again, that you are farming those out in their entirety because you have to make progression, guys. That is the only way that you're going to focus, and the only way that you're going to build out progression much faster is going through a lot of the content. And I'm still, again, kind of waiting to get one of these beasts up to Mythic to see exactly where they are and exactly how they work, what skills and abilities they have. But overall, guys, again, pretty impressed with the game. I am liking it. I am liking the build in here with the heroes itself. We get some more keys. We get some more scrolls. The consistent progression that we're making. I'm waiting to see the Field of Stars. I'm waiting to see a lot of different things in here that I would love to see. Again, chapter 15, we're grinding almost into 16, so we will be there shortly. Tower progression, we're doing the exact same. We're grinding a lot of progression out of there and just going kind of back and forth. Even here, daily quest, there we go, reach 7 days. Get another free summon, so we hop in here. This, of course, is going to give us the reset in its entirety and thinking of the heroes like Grez. Boom, I'm going to go ahead and pick up another copy of Grez. There's the reset for the next time that we get this. Pretty cool overall how they built it in here, how the chests work, how the AFK rewards. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.